I mean, a lot of Andrew's value lies in the fact that he is a scorer, and for the first time in his career tonight, he didn't score a single point. What do you say to him after a game like this?
Yeah, you know, I've seen it a lot of different ways, and sometimes, you know, confidence can wane, in you know, in the best of them, and then just get back to the gym. The thing that gives you your confidence is the work you put in the gym. You know, we always say the magic is in the work, and it is. So he can play well when he doesn't shoot well. He can do a lot of other things, play defense, run the floor, make plays. You know, Andrew's a terrific player, and we got to get him going.
Tom, they threw a couple of different looks at Cat, but it just seemed like he took advantage of every matchup tonight. I mean, how good was he tonight, really?
It was terrific, you know, in so many different ways. He mixed it up. The post was terrific. The playmaking was terrific. Yeah, all-around game. The rebounding, again, you know, he's on a roll rebounding-wise. So we played through him, and we got a lot of good stuff off of that.
Coach, going off that, with his offensive post game has been dominant, and the hope is that these new pieces defensively are really going to elevate the whole group. Do you think we're going to see a lot better of a product now with what is appearing to be a lot better of a defensive group around him?
Well, we just got to go day by day. You know, it's a long season, so one game doesn't really determine it. You know, we are seeing, I think, more of a consistency with the defense. I think we're always going to be able to score points. We could break the defense down a lot of different ways. You know, I think with Jeff and Derek and Tyus, it gives us and Wig the ability to break it down off the dribble, and Cat in the post can break it down there, but Cat could also play away from the basket. So his versatility and his skill set are very unique. Like when Lopez was on him, he moved away from the basket. When the other guys were on him, he went inside. And so I think, you know, we want to make the right plays, play to each other's strengths, cover up each other's weaknesses, and play tough. And so on the nights in which you don't shoot well, hopefully your rebounding and your defense can carry you through.
Did you ride those guys in the fourth quarter just for the sake of familiarity, you know, new faces staying together?
Yeah, you know, they were just playing well, you know, and so once we got to we went on a run, and we got to that 6-minute mark, you got to make the decision there as to whether you're going to bring people back or you're going to ride it out. And it just seemed like we had a good rhythm. The defense was really good, and so we rode it out. And you know, you have to put the team first, and I think we have a number of guys that are willing to sacrifice for the team. So that's what we're asking everyone to do.
Tom, you mentioned the defense was really good. What changed in that second half for you guys defensively that really helped slow them down?
Yeah, you know, in some of it they had, you know, some good shots that they missed, but I thought the effort, you know, we had a little run right at the end of the second quarter when we went up 46-40. I think there was about 4 minutes left, and then we didn't close the quarter out well, and so we talked about that at halftime. And then I thought we came out with more urgency in the third. And then in the fourth, I thought we played with a lot of toughness.
Coach, Wiggins used to shoot a lot of free throws. He used to get the line all the time early in his career. And then Jimmy came, and it seemed like his role kind of shifted a little bit into more of an off-the-ball role. Now that Jimmy's gone, and theoretically it would seem like Wiggins would be attacking again more, but that hasn't really happened yet. Are you envisioning him in more of a slasher role?
Well, we want to take advantage of his strengths, and I think there's been a shift in terms of, you know, the types of shots that he's looking for, and so I don't want him to overthink it either. You know, I just want him to get aggressive and attack, and then, you know, I think sometimes you start to overthink it, and then it causes more problems. I mean, he's shown throughout his career he's a prolific scorer, so just get back to doing that. You know, don't overthink it, be aggressive, let it go.
Tom, I mean, you mentioned earlier that Andrew does a lot of good things, but I'm looking at his stat sheet tonight, and that isn't really the case. So can you clarify what you think went well for him tonight, or what you're talking about, or if this is just
the most important stat there is,
which is
the win. No, seriously, you know, I say that because, you know, I said this last year about Cat and Wig. they had their early years of their career, they scored a lot more and they won a lot less. And so then they sacrificed more for the team, and you have to. The better that your team is, the more you have to sacrifice, and the more you win. And that's how you win in this league, is you have to do it together. So as long as we win, and I was just talking to some of the media from Chicago about Derek, and Derek, when he was an MVP, if he had a game where he was low scoring and we won, he was just as happy as if he had scored 30 and we won. And that's what we want. We want everyone to be celebrating the wins. That's what the important thing is. I think sometimes people get lost in statistics in this league, and sometimes stats don't really translate into winning. And so I think the winning part is important.